Hi guys, welcome to AWA Voices. I am Abimbola.
And I am Yewande, your favorite mother-daughter podcast duo. Have you missed us? Because we've missed you.
I know, right? Oh my God, I know, it's been a minute. Happy New Year, actually.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's
We're in
2026.
2026. What?
Wait, I can't believe we're in 2026 already. It felt like yesterday we went into 2025.
And mind you, we're on the 7th day of 2026. So,
girl, someone's birthday soon.
oh my God, we finna turn up. You finna turn up. You finna turn up. Mind you, Babes is planning her birthday. That's my invitation.
You're not invited.
Wow.
It's for grown-ups. Grown-ups
I
only.
am a grown-up.
No, you're not.
Okay, you're a premium grown-up, but I'm grown-up.
You're a baby grown-up. You're
Damn.
a baby grown-up.
I'm not invited.
No, you're not.
I'm NFI.
Because I'm gonna be nasty.
Okay, actually,
Ooh,
yeah, I don't want to
I love to love you, baby.
take the mic. Oh my gosh. But now, what's your birthday plans?
I'm not. So what I'm doing for this birthday is me and group of friends. We are having like little get together, and which brings me to today's topic. Like we're talking about friendship today because. Okay. Are you really sure? Are you sure?
Yo, it's so.
Are you sure?
It's
Because let me tell you, friendship, yeah. But I'm just so grateful for the bunch of girls that were celebrating my birthday together. So we are called the Premium Jaye slash Minister of Enjoyment. Hey, intercontinental. Monumental. That's literally the name of our group, like Minister of Enjoyment. That's what we
What a
do.
name.
We literally enjoy lives. We're a bunch of moms and non-moms, and we love to like enjoy life. Like whenever there's a house party, we're there and we're turning up. Whenever there's like Friendsgiving, I don't know. One of us, she's always she's the theme woman. She's the coordinator. Chichi. She's the coordinator. And so yeah, we're planning like a little get together. And it's not just my birthday, it's also my birthday with my friend, one of my friends as well. She does my hair, we blessing. Shout out. She does my hair and it's our birthday together. We're both January baby. So we're having like a little girls' night. Little girls' weekend. Yeah, girls' weekend. That's the plan. But why are you doing the yak as if you don't have your own friends?
because you are my mother, and I don't want to hear all of the nasties that y'all be giving.
Just because I'm your mother does not make me human.
Of course, it makes you
Exactly.
human, but you're still my mother, so I don't want to
Doesn't
hear
matter.
it. I don't want to hear it.
Your
'cause-
mother be twerking
Anyways, moving on.
in a bikini
Moving-
on a yacht in Dubai.
Anyways, where did you get friends from? You didn't used to have friends.
I know. I never used to have friends. So the past few years, I've learned a lot. I'm going to be 41 years old. And let me tell you, shut up. Shut your mouth.
Anywho's,
Because what do you mean down?
you old
Like,
lady.
I'm old. Girl, let's go there. Let's not go there.
Anyway, how did you make friends?
The thing is, friendship, I just feel like, I don't know, like, I want you guys to leave this in the comment section if you can. Like, how do you define friendship? Because I just feel like in this day and age, friendship is actually very, 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 very hard and such a touchy subject at the same time. Like I said, this group of girls we're called the Minister of Enjoyment. We have like an amazing relationship where we can talk about love, life, kids, work, business. Like we literally talk about everything. And well, they've never come to me to talk about other people behind my back, their back to me. And so I'm guessing they don't do the same. So I kind of love this friendship. And this is the thing, yeah. I've been burnt one too many times. You know this.
Yeah.
When it comes to friendship. And I don't want to act like I'm a saint myself. I know sometimes my
I
behavior
don't see
could
no halo. Oh, sorry. Oh, carry on.
shut up. I know sometimes some of my behavior could be questioned, like, you know.
Questioned how?
Like, I don't know. To be honest, to me, I don't even think it could be questioned because I'm the type of person, when it comes to friendship, I'm going to vet you out. I'm not just going to meet you and then I'm going to be lada in Lala world with you. I'm going to, like, you know, vet you out, see what's up. Because the same way there's love bombing with bombing with relationship. There's love bombing with friendship as well. Like sometimes people want to get so close to you
So
quickly just to know what's up with you. Most especially if you're the type of person that you put yourself on social media, people know you.
Yeah.
People want to get close to you just to know you,
Mm-hmm.
just to know the inner you, like see finish. And then once they do see finish, and then that's it. Whatever it is they want to use without information, they use it. So I will vet you out. So as I've said, I've had bad experiences when it comes to friendship, and I've had friends that want to be me. Scary as hell.
Yeah, I can't lie.
I've had friendship that they literally want to copy everything I do. And then I've had friendship where they love to question everything I do. And I'm like, wait, who sent you? Like,
It's never equally yoked friendship.
yeah. And sometimes, like I said, I can't fully blame them. I can take some, accountabilities too. But I feel like I'm the type of person that I'm very loving. I feel like I'm very, very loving. I'm a no-nonsense person though. But at the same time, I'm very kind. I wouldn't say I'm nice. Because nice
Yeah, I
is an
wouldn't say
act.
that either.
I am not nice. I am
No.
is an act. I don't act. Like I'm too real to act. Like when you're acting like an ass, I would act like an ass towards you too. So I wouldn't really say I am nice. I would say I am a kind person. And my kindness would depend on how you treat me, how you talk to me, how you behave towards me, your character towards me would determine the level of kindness I will give to you. So back to friendship, I just feel like this day and age, it's so difficult. I understand sometimes friends do drift apart, and I understand that sometimes we grow apart, and I understand that, life happens, but it's just, sometimes it's jarring. What do you think?
I mean, it's easy, obviously, to like meet new people, but it's not easy to make friends. But then again, it just depends like what type of friendship you're looking for. Because you can have some people who like you're friends with only because, we go to the same parties, or, we like to go to the same places. Or some people who is like, oh, we do the same activities together. We go to the gym together. You can have different friends on different stages. So I guess it's depending on you and your character and how you like categorize those friendships. And then if you know your place or know their place and where they fall with your friendship and you're able to communicate with that with them, I find that it's easier for you to not get burnt, because then you already know their place. So whatever they do to you won't shock you. And you know that, oh, this person wasn't even really like my G like that. So yeah, go
It's
ahead.
always good to know your place. One thing I've learned in the past years is do not overplay your role in people's lives. Like literally don't, because you're gonna be disappointed. You finna get shocked. You know when you get electric shock? Yeah. That. You finna be shocked. So I always say know your place in people, know your role. Don't overplay your roles in people's life. And when it comes to friendship, one thing I've also learned in the past years is don't tell them everything. Keep some elements of whatever to yourself. And another thing is try to figure them out and understand them, but do not gaslight yourself. Because this is one thing I have done. So I've had a friendship where she's had some questionable behavior towards me. Like I've seen some questionable behavior from her. And I have gaslighted myself to go, oh, you know what? Maybe she's just going through a bad day. Or maybe, yeah, that's who she is. Let me just
always
understand.
making excuses
Like,
for the person.
I was making excuses, and it was literally right in my face. The lot of red flags was right in my face. And I remember recently, there's situation that happened to me in regards to friendship, and I'm a bridal makeup artist, and I went to a bride recently and I was talking about it. And I told her, because I thought, you know what? Let me speak to someone that is totally different, that does not know me, does not know this particular friend. Let me tell her the situation of things and just hear the judgment. Like, not judgment, but like their thoughts on what do they think went wrong. And they just pointed it out that Abimbola, the red flag has been in your face all this while. You are just a dumb bee.
You saw the red flags, baby,
Yeah.
but you
Ignore
ignored
the
the
red
red
flags.
flags.
So there are red flags in friendship. So I would say look out for that. Like watch their behavior, the way their character towards you. When you share your good news with them, how did they interpret it? Like, did they interpret it as, oh, it's always all about you? Or they're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Or like they genuinely mean it. Like always question it. Because some friends are, as much as we try to, female, actually, not friends, females, well, friends, are narcissists. oh yeah, they're female narcissists. Some of them are narcissists, and we these guys, we try to call men narcissists all the time. Yes, they are. I'm not saying they're not, but some females could be narcissists as well. So when making friendship, I just say, yeah, just observe them. What do you think?
Yeah, like definitely observe them and definitely know your place, but also know their place because at the end of the day, you always know your place because you know where you want to be at with them because you know where they fall in your life because it is your world at the end of the day. They're just living in it. So if you don't know their place in your life, you're going to always find yourself very upset about their behavior because it's like, how do I see them? Really and truly, what do they mean to me? Once you know what they mean to you and then they start moving a certain way, that's when you can start feeling like, you know what, this is how they feel. This is how they're making me feel. This is not what a real friend should be doing. This is not how, a real friend should be moving. So that way you can address the situation. But I guess it's just like a lot of people don't know how to communicate with friendship. And it's like, it's easy because it's like when you're speaking to your partner, you're always like, you can communicate with them, say, oh, you didn't wash the plates last night and I told you to do it and that's what's made me upset. You can easily say that to your spouse or your partner or someone that's more than just a platonic friendship to you. But when it comes to your friends, do you find that it's harder to like tell them where they've gone wrong? Because at the end of the day, you may feel like, oh, just because they're my friend, they shouldn't act like that. They should know how to treat me. But then it's like, how are they going to know how to treat you without you expressing what it is they've done? Because some people generally just like don't actually see how that's either crossed the line for you or seen a boundary for you or anything like
I think
that.
that's where sense of awareness comes into play. Like when you're friends with people, you want to have sense of awareness in regards to like you want to know your person. Like when you're friends with people, you want to know them, you want to learn them, you want to understand them, so that way you can you can know what to do and what not to do, how to do things,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
yeah. So yes, sense of awareness. You need to have it when it comes to friendship.
But also you have to know how to talk because at the end of the
Communicate.
day,
Yeah, communication. Yeah.
like you're both living this life for the first time. As much as you'd want them to obviously have that self-awareness about you, you also evolve yourself. You're not the same person you probably was, 2-3 months ago. Even last week, there's probably new lessons you've learned. So it's like they're gonna have to keep up with that, and they won't be able to keep up with that if you're not openly communicating with that. And that only goes for actual friends, not my party buddy, not my see you at Coco House and Eden Lounge friend. No, this is coming to my baby shower friend. This is knows my mother's maiden name friends.
I saw a video. I saw a video on TikTok. The lady called her friend. It's like an animation. She called her friend.
What,
She's
like AI?
pregnant. No, animation video on TikTok.
Yeah.
She called her friend and went, "Oh, I haven't seen you RSVP for the baby shower. Are you coming?" And the friend on the other line went, I don't have a baby, so why do I have to be at a baby shower? And then, and then the other friend, the pregnant one, went, don't be silly. You don't have to have a baby to be at the baby shower. And then she was like, oh wait, hang on. I remember during your wedding, I was not allowed to bring a +1 because I'm not married. So no, and I'm not gonna like. When I saw the video, I was like, oh,
that is so awkward.
That is so awkward. But I feel like sometimes some friendship they could be like that sometimes.
As in like they pick and choose what they want you for.
Because like the situation, the video I've just talked about. Like, what do you mean she can't bring a +1 because she's not married? It's a wedding.
It's a wedding.
Does that
everyone
make sense?
Not everyone should be entitled
but
for +1.
If
but
you're
at the end of the
inviting
day,
me and you gave me an option of +1, and I want to bring a boyfriend or a partner, or a friend,
or
I was
anybody,
saying, why would you say I can't bring them because I'm not? So that kind of friendship already in Yoruba, like there was already hand in the hand of a snake, because that means that person getting married, the one that is pregnant, that is having a baby shower, that means all this while you're not a friend, because why are you telling her she can't come to your wedding because she can't bring a +1 because she's not married, So that's another thing with friendship. And I'm a single mother. Everyone knows this. Everybody and their great grandmother knows this. And
what? You're a single mother?
I'm a single mother.
I'm a
no
masita.
drama. No drama.
Period. Heavy on the
no drama. I promise you, no drama.
Anyways.
Over here. Peaceful over here. But I find it awkward when my married, like the married friends I have in my life, kind of like distance themselves from me. I find it so weird because I'm like, wait, hang on. Why do you, like, I'm still the same person.
Mm.
Why do you feel the need to distance yourself? And I've heard situations where some people go, oh, maybe it's their husband that is saying they should stay away from me and not be your friend, which to me
That's
sounds
very
dumb as fuck.
interesting because I don't even think that just applies to married couple. I just think it applies to people in newfound relationship in general. Because coincidentally, I'm going through the same thing in a friendship of mine where someone has been in a relationship and I've kind of found them very withdrawn. I don't know if it's maybe something I've said to upset them or something, but I don't think it's a thing where we're at a stage where our friendship is, a lot further developed. It's not like we're new friends. We've known each other
Friends.
for a while. So if I've said something to upset you, you can come and let me know
Yeah.
that. So I don't think it's that. Maybe it's just, some people forget their friend.
I don't think so. You see that kind of friendship, I question it.
Because
So,
if you can forget me when you get in a relationship,
yeah,
then you would never
I
think of me to
question
begin
it.
with.
And another type of friendship I question is we've been friends for donkeys of years. You know
Donkeys.
me. You know me like you know me in and out. And you feel like I've done something wrong to you. And you don't feel the need to communicate it. And then you start acting withdrawal towards me. And then giving, like, I'm not asking you directly like what have I done, because I feel like you know me very well,
And you should be able to tell me if I've done
like,
something
me and
wrong.
you are
I shouldn't be
very
chasing you
I
for
should not be
the
chasing
answer
you.
or what I
So
did
those
wrong.
kind of friendship, when I come across it, I'm like, bombastic side eye. That means
Criminal offensive.
exactly, like, that means all this while this friendship has been one-sided.
Mm.
And so yeah, when I say
Something
friendship,
fishy going on. Something fishy. How you do me so,
why am I doing that?
baby?
But I just feel like, yeah, friendship in this day and age, I don't know. Like I said, guys, in the comment section, I want you to, I don't know, define friendship to me. And how do you find friendship these days? Like, if you've had friends for donkeys of years, how have you kept the friendship going? And if you're like found yourself, because I find myself in new friendship, sorry, and it never lasts. Just the same way my men don't last.
Oh gosh.
I didn't mean that.
Oh
If you all
gosh.
see this video, I didn't mean that. You last.
That's
Okay.
that's interesting because I've had friendships that I've known for, let's say, like 8-10 years plus, and let's say obviously when you've known someone for that long, your friendship is meant to grow as well, but sometimes they just don't and they stop.
Right.
And you have to like decipher where you are with each other in that life. And then I've also had friendships that I've known for way less time, and those friendships have been further developed than the friendship that I've had for 10 plus years. So I don't even think it's a situation of like, oh, you're not you don't see them as a friend. It's just there's always gonna be like some kind of blockage, and it's how you guys talk and how you communicate with each other, and that's how it develops. That's how long-term friendships developed. So if you're a person who doesn't keep friendship quite often, or you're always finding that you're making new friends and stuff like that, then you have to sit back and analyze, okay, how am I like with my friends and how are they like with me, and why isn't it not getting to a stage where it's seen over a long period of time? Because why can't you keep a friend? Same way,
Well,
why can't you keep a man? Why can't you keep a friend? Like all
are you
relationships
throwing
need
shades
tend.
at me?
Oh,
Girl,
damn! What
I
size
can
shoe were
keep
you?
a man. Okay, and go there. I choose not to want to keep one.
And period. That's I support women's wrongs and rights. So
I
all of
just
that.
feel like sometimes the thing is, the way sometimes your body could just reject things. I feel like sometimes situation like that happens with friendships as well. Like
Mm,
you just, I
you're
don't know.
naturally not
Yeah, you just
going further with them. Not
yeah.
because you're actively doing anything, but it's
And I
just not
also
working.
feel like, yes, I know sometimes we require friendship in life, but I just feel like some people are not supposed to have friends. They're
Yeah.
supposed to have what's it called? People they know. Does that make sense? But in terms of friend, like people that are very close to them, and I feel like some people, and I feel like I fall into that category. Like, yes, I
Mm.
know a lot of people. I do have friendship group that we do different things, but do they know me? Know me? They don't, because I don't share myself.
Doesn't necessarily mean that you're not the type of person that doesn't need friendships, though.
Is it?
Just because you don't share it doesn't mean you're not the type of, because humans are natural, like beings that need companion. Like genuinely, we
Well,
genuinely are.
that
We're
part,
always
we definitely need
yeah.
companions.
We're not meant to be alone people.
But I just
People
feel
are
like
meant to be
some
alone.
people are just not, and it's okay.
Yeah, and there's
To
nothing
have
wrong with
friends,
them
and there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't mean they're a bad person or they
at
can't be
all.
around people. It's just
But I do think that they can't be around people because people who don't have friends are never tested, because friendship brings you to is constantly testing you. Life already tests you in one way. Friendship tests you in another way, in how you react with people and interactions with people. So
Yeah.
if you don't have friends, I can't be friends with you, because that means you don't know how to react with people, because you've never been tested that way.
I think that's where I beg to differ.
Mm.
Just because you don't have friends does not mean I can't be friends with you. I'd rather just like, okay, get to know you. And if I feel like we are not compatible as
Mhm.
friends, then we're not compatible. But I'm not gonna judge you by the fact that you don't
Oh
have
yeah,
friends.
no, it's not judging you. It's just like I already know that there's for a reason, for the fact that you, and maybe it's prejudgment in the sense of like, oh, maybe that other person's friends is the issue and not them themselves. But it's
Yeah.
like at the same time, how can the other person have friends and you, if you're not the issue, how are they able to have friends and you don't have friends? It just means that there's something kind of off with your social interactions with people, and it will become very obvious the minute we start developing a friendship, because it's not going to be obvious if oh yeah, we're just meeting up to go to the club tonight, or we're just drinking buddies or something. When the word friend is thrown into it, and we're actually like, there's, it's not just we're meeting up, it's actually like, oh, you know, a little bit of trauma bonding, a little bit of trauma dumping, a little bit of, oh, this don't listen
Wait.
but we don't judge kind of situation. Then there's something that's slightly off about them in that sense, because how are you not able to keep a friendship, not just acquaintanceship with people, friendship? That right there lets me know that if you don't have friends, that lets me know that you can't interact with people on a deeper level, and it's sticking. You know what I mean?
I just feel like I get what you mean, but I feel like because you, with your generation, you're a Gen Z. Friendship to you guys is, I don't know, the way you guys define friendship and the way you guys do friendship is different from the way my generation do friendship.
Yeah, because you guys grew up on like, oh, you need a man more than you need friends.
Yeah, we grew up more on we need a man more than we need friends. So
Mhm.
don't get me wrong. I know there's still some millennials, but then I am older millennial. I'm 41. So shut up. Your mouth. And I feel like the way friendship is, I feel like sometimes it's also your upbringing.
In what terms?
I don't know. It's just the way you're brought up by, I don't know, your surroundings. I feel like that could,
you can't hold like, wait, you mean that if it's how you were brought up, that's why you don't
like
have
what you
friends, or
see
how
growing up, like your surroundings, like trying to like I'm trying to put it in words. Like the kind of people you're surrounded by, sometimes you can outgrow them,
Mhm.
and when you outgrow them, they're just not on the same mindset level as you.
Mhm.
And then because of that, I don't know if I'm making sense.
So you said that people you're surrounded with, but then initially you said it's your upbringing. So
Okay. So with the upbringing is about
Yeah.
what you've seen growing up. So let's say
Yeah.
your older sister. Like I said, I'm a millennial, older millennial. So I've got older sisters that are Gen X before me. I
what's
think that's Gen X before me.
It's too damn old.
Shut up.
Sorry,
That's
auntie.
before me. She's gonna see this video. Big mommy, can you hear
Love
her?
you, big mommy. Miss
So I
you.
feel like generation before me, the way I see we saw their friendship thing
Yeah.
was not right. And I think we went into friendship with that notion,
Mhm.
most especially some of us that grew up back in Africa.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say the ones that in the UK, because I didn't, I grew up here, but
Mhm.
I was already an adult by the
Yeah.
time I came, like a adult
Young
teenager.
adult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
young adult. So, but then back at home, Nigeria, Africa, the way we saw friendship was most of our big sisters couldn't keep them because they always backbite, talk about each other. So that's what we saw growing up. So we went with that mindset too. So we two started having friends, we were like that with each other. But I feel like with your generation, you guys are not like, you guys are very confrontational. You guys are very transparent with each other. You guys can communicate. Our generation, we didn't really, we didn't
Communicate
like,
with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you had to communicate, because growing up, well, again, the previous mindsets I used to have, I couldn't confront my friends because then that would be me being a problematic. So So let's say my friend has done something stupid to me, something very silly.
Something that's upset you and crossed your boundaries.
Yeah. I remember I used to have a friend back then. Oh my God. Okay, I'm about to tell a story. I bet she's going to see this video because I get that. Get your phone charger. You know that? And I remember I was friend with this girl. Again, we are older millennials in our 40s now. And she used to date this guy. And this guy used to constantly cheat on her. And I don't want to mention his profession because then, he'd be so specific. And then I remember, so this guy, I was at University of Portsmouth back then. I was living in Portsmouth. I was living in a shared flat. And my friend, I would usually borrow her money a lot. And then so one day she rang me up and she was like, this previous friend of mine, she was like, my boyfriend is coming to Portsmouth because he's coming to see his friend. So, no, initially, before she rang me, the boyfriend rang me first because we're friends. So we all have each other's number. He rang me and he was like,
and that's another thing I can't agree with you guys' generation.
Our
your friends being friends with your friends' man.
Yeah,
that can't run. You
is...
don't know TT and you don't know Keisha like that.
That's one wrong thing about my generation. But I don't do that anymore now. But anyways, he called me. The boyfriend called me. The boyfriend then they got married eventually, but I don't know if they're still together. Anyway, he called me and he was like, "Oh, what's up?" It was on a Sunday. It's like, "What am I doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm at my hostel. I got class tomorrow." And he was like, "Oh, I'm coming down to Portsmouth." I was like, "Okay."
Why are you telling me?
And I'm like, "Okay." It's like, "Oh, he's coming to see his friend. Well, I think his friend is a DJ or something." And I was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "Oh, don't tell your friend I'm coming. I'll come in and pop in and see you." So I was like, "Okay, bombastic side eye.
Everlasting side eye."
So, and he was like, "Don't tell your friend." But you know what? I was that loyal. Me, when I was friend, I carry friend for head like pure water. Like I was such a loyal friend. Not like I'm not loyal anymore, but now I just, please carry your problem and go. I don't care about you and your partner. That's how I deal now. And then, so he was like, "Don't tell your friend." And the first thing I did was pick my phone and tell her. So I called her up. So you see, with your generation, you would do that. You see, with my generation, I shouldn't have done that. Does that make sense? Oh, because then they'll be like, "Oh, why did you call her? I told you not to. You want to destroy their home." Like their mentality. Huh? Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense.
No, so, they don't make no sense.
Well, what I am saying is making sense to you. So I rang her up immediately because I just thought that's the best thing to do. Because why would you tell me not to tell her?
Me?
So I rang her up, and which was the mistake I made that day. I would never forget, and I regret making this mistake. I rang her up. I told her that was not the mistake, by the way. And then she was like, "Wait, what? What does she mean? What does it mean? You shouldn't tell me." I said, "I don't know. Like, why would he say I shouldn't tell you?" And then she was like, "Oh, should we play games with him?" And that was the mistake I made.
Right there.
That was the mistake I made. I shouldn't have listened to her.
There.
So she went, "Oh, let's see what he's got planned." And me, like
you
a little loyal dog that I was, I went along with it. So I was like, "Okay, yeah, let's see." So I said to her that, and she now said, "Oh, remember I was owing you some money. I can't even remember the amount anymore. So you know what I'm gonna do, obviously, because they live together then." So she was like, he's obviously eventually gonna tell her that he was going to Portsmouth to see his friend, but he wouldn't mention me. So she would now say to him, which she did, like, "Oh, could you pop at Abimbola's place and give her the money I owe her?" So she wanted to see if he would say, "Oh yeah, I'll pop there." Does that make sense?
Plot thickens.
Do you get it? So I said, "Okay, let's go with that. I don't mind, like, And then he rang me back and he was like, "Did you tell your friend I'm coming to you?" I was like, No, I didn't." And then he was like, "Well, she just called me now and said to me," because she was at work. And she just called me now and said, "Oh, what's it called? I should give some money to you." And I was like, "Oh, did you tell her you were coming to Portsmouth?" He said, "Yeah, I told her I was coming to Portsmouth, but I did not say to her that I was coming to you." I said, "Oh, maybe she was just guessing." Obviously, I knew she wasn't guessing. I told her. Yeah. But anyways, this guy arrived in Portsmouth and he came, he gave me the money, and then he came into my home. And again, another place where I made mistake, I cooked. I always cook. I think this is one of the reasons I hate cooking now. I always cook. I'm a cookaholic when I was a lot younger and very much in my Nigerian African mindset. So I cooked a lot of food. So I was like, "Oh yeah, if you want to eat some food, you can eat some food." And then he ate some food and he was like, "Oh, he's going to go to his friend, the DJ." I said, "Okay, all right." And then I was like, do you want me to call X and X and X? That's my friend. That you're here. And he was like, no, please. I'm giving the money. I'll tell her I called you. I dropped the money for you. So I was like, okay. So he left. So when he left, I called my friend. I was like, he just left. He's dropped the money, but he said he's coming back, which is weird because he's supposed to come back to London. And then she was like, you're such a good friend. Thank you so much for telling. You know, some girls would not say anything. You would just try and sleep with my man. I was like, why would I ever? First off, that guy, he's ugly. Not my type. Never would be my type. Never would be. This is not me trying to throw shade. It would never be my type, number one. Number two, I would never do that to my friend's partner. Never. I don't even follow married men. Why would I follow my friend's partner? No, I don't do that. But anyways, so this is not a thing. So he now went to his friend, and my friend started saying big word of praises and stuff towards me. And then he went to his friend, came back, and he was like, so he sat on my bed. Remember, I lived in a shared flat. So he sat on my bed, and in my head, I'm thinking, what the hell, Yante? Again, this is where I was stupid. Why did I allow him back? But again, I'm playing games for my friend. My friend has asked me to do it. And me, I'm a loyal dog, like an idiot. So I'm taking accountabilities here that I was stupid. But anyways, he came and then he sat on my bed, took off his shoes, and then took off his trousers. He had only his boxes left. So that was when my mind was like, okay, sir, you are getting too comfortable. So I was like, okay, you know what? Whenever I go to London, I stay at my friend's house and they live together and they lived in a 1-bedroom flat. So in my mind, I went, you know what? Okay, maybe if he wants to sleep here, why not? Whenever I go to London, I sleep in their house too. And he leaves the room for me. So this is me gaslighting myself. Yeah. So I picked a duvet and a pillow and I was like, okay, I'll go share room with my friend Tina. Hi, Tina. She remembers this story. I was like, I'll go share room with Tina downstairs. And then this guy pushed me to the bed. And I was like, huh? What? I was like, okay, I need you to leave now. Don't make me call your partner. I need you to leave now. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was like, you thought what? Like, your partner is like a sister to me. And she was the only child. So she was like a sister. I literally took this girl as a sister. I think that was my first friendship outbreak. So I was like, what the hell is this? So he left that night. Then I called her. I was so upset. And I was like, I don't even know why I decided to play this stupid game. I don't even know why I decided to follow you and do this shit. Because what is this nonsense he tried to perform with me? That he's left. I don't care if he had an accident. Because you know me, when I'm upset, I don't care. I will be cursing everyone out when I'm upset. I will wish the worst when I'm upset. I think I'm a little bit better now. But when I'm upset, when I'm mad. So I was mad that night because I was so upset at myself for putting myself in that situation. Does that make sense? I was also upset at my friend for talking me into the situation. But in hindsight, I should be mad at myself more for allowing myself to be in that situation. But what now happened at the end of it was, because we used to go to the same church. Eventually, this girl will go. This was when I was a Christian. And then this girl will start going, oh, she even tried to sleep with my man. That was when I lost it. Because I was like, me and you both know I never tried to do that. Your man tried to rape me. And then you went about telling people I tried to sleep. That man is like 3'11". She's
in denial. She's delusional because at the end of the day, she's never going to tell people that her man tried to step out on her. So obviously she's going to make it seem like
let me now say something. Oh my God, we used to go clubbing a lot then. This man cheats on her a lot. But again, me, the loyal puppy, every time we go clubbing, this man is always cheating. And all the girls he's always cheating with, they're always trying to fight my friend. And me, again, like a loyal puppy, I'm always trying to defend her.
Okay, baddie.
No, I'm always trying to defend. I'm always trying to defend. Like, it's a fight, but it will end up becoming my fight at the end of the night. Like, we're always fighting at the club because our man is constantly cheating on her. But because she's my friend and I was so loyal. So this is what I'm saying about our generation. The way they made us see friendship was crazy. That I think it really affected me for a long time. So I feel like the first healthy relationship I have ever been in now is the one I am with now with a group of Minister of Enjoyment, Intercontinental. I feel like this is my first healthy relationship which even with this friendship, I remember when there was a little misunderstanding. As I always do, I'm ready to remove myself. And the girls called me like, Abby, let's talk. What's going on? 2 of the girls called me. They put me on a video call like, Abby, you shouldn't act like that. And these girls were all younger than I am, by the way. I was not a lot, like 4 years older than them. And they called me and went, Abby, you can't just act like that. Like, come on, we're friends. Like, if there's something bothering you and you feel like someone else, you explain it. But I say this to say the way we grow up, my generation, we grew up with friendship. It's not like that.
Yeah. And I feel like because obviously some people watch their parents do that, that's why some people in my generation are like that. But a lot of people aren't. But a lot of them are just like messed up girls in general because they just watch their moms be like backstabbing bitches and watch their moms be,
Yeah.
loose Nancy talking about to everybody. So naturally, that's why they're like that now.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like you can clearly tell which girls are like that, and then you just try to avoid that. But genuinely, friendships usually, well, the one that I've encountered and the friendships I am in right now are also the most healthiest and, like, let's say equally yoked friendships that I've ever been in. Previous friendships, oh yes, 100%.
Yeah.
They were
But
like that.
you just said now, like, some of those girls, maybe because of the way their mothers have defined friendship. So how would you say, because obviously I am your mother, what would you say, like, how would you say I have defined friendship to you?
I'd say that the way you've defined friendship to me is a bit too overly cautious because you always play your cards a bit too close to your chest. So naturally, I've always gone into any sort of relationship with anybody, whether that be platonic or romantically or anything like that. I'm always very overly cautious. Let's just say trust issues is there, Sha. Let's just say trust issues is there.
It's not my fault, see. I am trying to unlearn.
Let's just say trust issues is there, Sha. But then it's like after like realizing what it is, now I'm like, okay, like you can't act that way towards, you can't always think people are gonna be out to get you because not everybody is. And it did take my friend saying to me, Yewande, why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like we're not your friends? Why are you acting like this? They literally sat me down and said, you can't keep moving like this. Da, 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 da. And that's when I was just like, oh, well, damn, I'll clock my tea. So I guess I'm just gonna start talking to you guys like normal. And then after that, I started like, being able to actually see when a friendship is good for me and when it's not good for me. And then that's when different friendships in different stages of my life are the way they are now. But prior to it, oh, baby.
Well, I feel like because, like I said, my generation, our definition of friendship and the way we learned friendship is totally different. And I don't know, majority of people my age, my generation, we have trust issues when it comes to friendship because of the way the Gen X and the baby boomers showed us how friendship should be like. I think that's why we were like that, or we are like that. Some of us are unlearning and some of us are still in that mindset. May God help them. But yeah, I feel like, friendship is something that we all need because I did a video on TikTok a few days ago. I talked about mother figure and how, a lot of ladies that grew up without a lady figure in their life, mother figure in their life. I don't know how they've done it. Someone like me, I did. And I feel like, again, the journey, the journey of my friendship stuff is what led to the kind of person I am, or what has led me to where I am today. And I'm grateful for all the learns that I've learned from experience. But what would you guys define as good friends and bad friends? I would love to see the comments under the video.
Perfect. And moving on to the next segment of our show today. So we have a scenario for you. Listen up.
I just gave birth and only now told my best friend about my pregnancy. During the whole pregnancy, only my mother, my brother, and my sister knew. I wanted to keep it very private because to me, pregnancy is fragile and full of risk. But now my best friend is really upset that I didn't tell her earlier. Did I do something wrong?
To answer your question, you didn't do something wrong. No, because it's never a wrong to keep your private life private. 100%
But then it's our
no.
best friend.
But as a best friend, I'm so sorry. Why did you feel like it's me you can't share that news with? Because I understand maybe not telling so and so I'm busy from down the road and la di da di da. But if you use the word your best friend, you don't call everybody your best friend. Do you know what I mean? So if you're calling me your best friend, as in like this is ride or die sisterhood, like we locked in for life, I'm your best friend, and you don't tell me, and maybe I'm not your first person to tell, that's fine. But you don't tell me until what? After you've had the baby? And I'm your best friend? I'm not your best friend. I'm just another friend to you.
Yeah, I'm just a friend to you.
I'm just another friend
not
to you.
best friend. Because I
I'm
feel
not a
like
best friend.
when it's best friends, you share everything. Because best friend to me equals to sisters. That's how I see best friends. That's how I define best friends. So I believe you've shared so many other things with her. that you couldn't have shared with just any friend. So why have you kept that particular one? And I understand sometimes you want to keep your private life private. I totally get it. But it's just the fact that you've considered that your best friend. So I bet she's gone through some vulnerable moments with you. Why can't she go through this moment with you?
And it's not even just that. You've said obviously as well, your pregnancy is very difficult and it can be a very, tentative subject, and you don't want to, do too much and say too much to keep the life of you and your baby good and healthy. Completely understandable. But why is it now that you're keeping that from your why, like, do you get? So
But
you
at the same time, you know what? Let me be the devil's advocate. There's
Mm-mm.
something called evil eye. I don't believe in it, by the way. But there's something called evil eye, and you just never know who's going to give it to you according to the way people talk about it. So it could be, she's just so worried about, getting the evil eye.
Okay, but why are you worried about your bet? Like, again, you don't throw
It
words
maybe,
lightly.
I get it, but maybe not just her. So obviously, your best friend has her own best friend too.
No.
So how about she
That's
goes
not how-
shares it with other
That's not
people
how
and
best
she
friends
doesn't want
work.
that?
That's not how best friends work. If you're
I'm just saying.
I know, because you're playing devil's advocate. But how best friends work is that if someone is your best friend, you are their best friend back. Someone can't be your best friend and then you're someone else, like someone else is your best friend. That's not how best friends work.
So you're trying to say to me and you could be best friends, but I can't be best friend with somebody else.
Then that person is not your best friend, because a best
You're
friend.
not allowed to have one best friend.
Yeah, that's the whole point of best friend.
You're not allowed to have one best friend.
Yes, you are. That's the whole point of best friends. Like, best friend is not. It's not best friends.
So guys,
It's
please define
best
the meaning of best
friend.
friend to us, because
To me, a best friend is the best friend. Like, that is my.
Oh, so you've got friendship group of 4 people,
Yeah.
you girls. So are you gonna say you have one best friend?
Danae is my best friend. They all know that. But those are also my besties. Those are my best girls. Yeah. Those are my sisters for life, 100%. But they know that I have a best friend and she's my best friend. That's just how best friends.
This is not something we
friendship-
learn.
yeah.
My generation, we don't know about it.
In my mind, like how my life lives, a best friend is the best friend. That is your best friend. You don't have more than one best friend, because then everybody's your best friend. Then at that point, if more than one person is your best friend, then that's too many best friends.
Okay, define best friend.
It takes away the specialty of having a best friend if you have more than one best friend.
I just feel like as you grow older, life will teach you, and this best friend thing would.
It's not about life will teach you, because at the end of the day, even if the person is not your best friend, life will still teach you. Do you get? But having a best friend is having the best. That's your best person. That's your best friend. So at the end of the day, if you're having more than one best friend, then it defeats the whole point of a best friend, because you're only meant to have one best friend.
Okay, anyways, guys, what do you think about the story I've just read?
What is a best friend?
What is a best friend? What makes a good and a bad friend? And the story we've just read now from my phone, what do you think? What do you guys think?
And to the lady who or whoever is written the situation about the best friend situation, don't feel like you've done a wrong, but at the same time, you have hurt your friend deeply, your best friend deeply. Because if you see them as a best friend and they see you as a best friend and you call each other best friend, that's not how you treat a best friend.
The thing is, maybe because I'm still, I don't know, I easily gaslight myself. I wouldn't have taken offense. I would have gone, okay, well, if you're hiding shit from me, I'm going to hide shit from you too.
Exactly. And that's where it starts. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. Then you start doing tick for tack. That's not a best friend. So at the end of the day, you need to see, is that actual person your best friend? Because if they are your best friend, you do not treat your best friend like that. You don't. You simply don't. That's why it's called a best friend. Like, that's such an important title. It's called a best friend, not best friends.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'll leave it to the audience or the
Let us
viewers.
know,
Sorry, not
y'all.
audience. The viewers to let us know what they consider a good friend, like I've asked earlier on, and bad friend, and what is a best friend. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platform. AWA Voices, AWA Voices on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And
Okay, we're moving on to the next segment now.
If you've ever wondered why people say Miami tests friendships and Vegas tests relationships, let me tell you about my New Year's Eve last night. 4 of us get ready to go out. I already DM'd the promoter for Vendom, so that way he said we can get in, there'll be alcohol, no, wait at the door, everything's all good. We pull up, one of my friends is plus size and they tell her that she has to pay $300 at the door. We all thought we were going to have an expense-free night, so no one wanted to pay for the $300 entry fee. We spent over 2 hours trying to figure out if we're going to split it, can she put on her credit card, whether we're just going to leave, go to another club, like literally just doing everything. And we spent over 2 hours plotting and planning and strategizing. Finally, we're 10 minutes before New Year's Eve, and I personally did not want to spend my New Year's Eve sitting on the curb. So I asked my friend, would you be willing for us to pay for your Uber to go back home so you can watch the ball drop, watch fireworks, and be safe? So that way we can at least go into the club before midnight. She turned to me and says, I'll get in that Uber, but once I do, we are not friends anymore.
That's fine. She look good doing it too. You're not gonna stop my joy. What the hell?
I'm so sorry, but £300 for a plus size woman, how plus size?
I think that would probably make her go register to the gym immediately. Because I'm sorry, why would you now threaten me that this is going to be the end of it? I want to have fun. I'm not going to stop having fun because of you.
You shouldn't be mad at me for having being
we all plan to want to enjoy our lives. We've all had a shitty year and we want to enjoy our lives.
And it's not even like we left you off the plans. It's not like we said, oh, you can't come in. But everyone's included to it. But
it wasn't our fault.
It's not our fault. There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
We can't split it because
as a friend, I would just say to you, you know what, babe, it's okay. Thank you so much for ordering the Uber for me. I'll just go home. Send me, I wouldn't even say send me pictures or snap because I might be upset and mad. So I might probably, I don't know, switch off my phone or come off social media at that moment so that I don't have to watch it because I'll be upset and mad. Yeah. But I'm not going to be mad and upset at my friends.
I will definitely catch a little bit of an attitude towards you guys though, but not to the point where I'm like, oh, don't talk to me, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
but I will be like, ugh, whatever. Like, no, I will catch a little bit of...
Don't make your obesity your friend's problem. Take it to the gym, sis.
Yeah, honestly.
2026. Take it to the gym. Take it to the gym.
Oxy
sorry, but not
shred,
sorry. Take it to the gym, okay?
But that is so awkward.
No, that friends though. They are
so
awkward.
And then the babe, do you see what she did at the end? She put a video of them.
She put a video of them at the club dancing.
She knew what she was doing.
Well,
because at the end of the day, friendship.
That means they were never really friends.
Yeah, because you shouldn't give your friends ultimatums.
Yeah.
That's not a friendship. You shouldn't give them ultimatums.
That means they were never really friends like that. They were never really friends. Because why would I stop my joy because of that's you telling me to dim my life for you? I can't.
You shouldn't say that to your friends at all. But I understand why she was upset. I get it because she didn't get to go to the club.
Yeah.
And her friends got to go in, and it would naturally eat at her insecurities and her self-esteem because I'm big. I can't.
Maybe that will make her be. Maybe our New Year resolution will be in the gym.
So I get why you're upset, but baby, do not ever tell your friends to pick something over you.
That's wild.
Because it is their world. You're just living in it. Same way it is your world, and they're just living in it
as well. Yeah.
So you should never do that.
Nah,
you should never.
No, the friends are crazy. Though.
I can't lie.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's something I can do. Because I'll be like, you see that moment when you threaten me outside the place? I'll be like,
that's when you will really.
I'll be sending you snaps.
Yeah, yeah. That's when you will really.
I will be sending your ass some snaps.
See the real me because you don't give friends ultimatums.
You don't do that.
You don't give friends ultimatums.
That's you trying to own their lives, but okay.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, Miami, I'm scared because £300. What? For what? Just to enter the club. It's not coming with a table. It's not coming with bottles. It's not coming with French fries or fried chicken.
But then why her though? Why are they making her pay?
Because she's plus size, and Miami has a beauty standard. If you're not a baddie, thin,
I feel like that's
waist,
discrimination though.
I mean, it is definitely discrimination of body type.
But then again, let me tell you something. As a business person, you got business for them. It's business.
Nobody wants a club full of plus size people.
Yeah, because then they want the men to come in, pop in champagne, so it's business for them. So I understand it, but
at the same time, it's discrimination. It's not.
That is discrimination. Is not good. But at the end of the day,
that thing will pay me. That thing will pay me.
And the way I've done makeup. Wear nice dress. Hey, no, if losing weight was never on a New Year, it would be on the list. She'll be the first person at the gym on the 1st of January.
Matter of fact, that's night. She's not going to Uber
carrying
home.
A pillow and duvet.
She's doing ab workouts in the living room, at home workouts.
She will only be drinking water for the next 60 days.
And electrolytes. What do you mean?
Oh my God.
Oh
But
God,
is
that thing will
crazy.
pay you.
No, that would pepper
Shy.
me. That would pepper me.
Ah. Damn, but her friends though, like I wonder how after I need a part two. I wonder how when they
I need a
went
part
home,
two too. Yeah.
when she went home and what they said to her or what she
They
said
should
to
probably
them.
block them.
But they're in the same Airbnb together or whatever the situation is because they've
Maybe
come
she
to
left before they got there. Who knows?
probably. Who knows what
But
she
that
did?
is
But
crazy.
that is
That is
crazy. You
crazy.
don't
Giving
give
them
your friends
ultimatum.
ultimatums. You
Nah,
don't give your
that's
friends
wild.
ultimatum. And as her friends, like I understand, like saying, you know what, girls, let's just carry on with the rest of our night and you go
Mhm.
home because, again, it's New Year's. We've all come out to celebrate. It's not
But
our
then
fault you're not
again,
getting in.
I want to play devil's advocate.
Yeah,
Our friends that do not care about our safety. What if something had happened to her?
but they booked her at Uber home.
oh, when
They
he
didn't say go
they
and
were-
take the number 47 bus home.
Yeah, but then what
They
if the
booked
Uber
her at
decide to
Uber home.
carry and run away with her? Come on, sex trafficking and all and
They
that.
can't carry her. She couldn't get in the club.
Who raised you?
You. Girl, carry her where, bruh? Carry her where?
That sounds like something I would
I
say.
know it was an Uber XL. I know. Gosh, sorry y'all, but I cannot. No, like they said, she didn't say, "Oh, babes, go back home, book your own Uber home." They said, "Let
But
us
what
book
if she
you
was a
Uber
friend
home."
that was away towards her insecurity? That could like.
I mean, of course, it probably is. Like, do you know what I mean?
Where she tops herself.
But then again, it's like you can't put that on your friends, cause as your friend, yeah, okay, cool. Her friends are like they're baddies, slim, petite, fat ass,
They're not that slim.
whatever. Well, I don't know, Sha, but she looked
They-
like a nice curvy, like the
Yeah.
acceptable social standard size that
I get.
the club allowed them in. As her friends, you look at your friends and you say, "My friend looks like this." La di da di da. Yes, you're not trying to look like your friend, but she didn't like give you some kind of like motivation to do better for yourself. One, two. If you're friends with people, you guys are doing things. You're always active. You see their lifestyle. You see your lifestyle. Shouldn't you again? Three, make that seem like that's something I should be doing. So, and I'm sure it's probably not the first time her friends has ever told her your weight is too, like, not your weight is too big, not as plainly as directly, but I'm sure they've encouraged her countless of times. Say, hey, babe, you know what? Let's go to the gym together. Let's take up a Pilates class together. Let's do, like, I'm sure if they actually were good friends prior, we don't know the backstory, but if they actually were good friends prior, because that's something I know if I ever had a plus size friends, I would tell them immediately, okay,
Yeah.
baby, let's do something, let's do this, let's do that. If they were good friends, I'm sure they told all of that beforehand. So you can't put that on them. She can't put that on them and said, oh, because my friends didn't let me in the... Guys, you don't really want to hear what we have to say.
Nah, I'm just trying to be polite. I'm not gonna lie, because if I really say what I want to say,
Huh.
the internet will blow. So
It's
let me
not.
just
It's
keep
not the
quiet.
friend's fault, Sha. That's it. Like it's not the friend's fault, and it's one is the clubs like that. The clubs
Yeah,
should
that's
have never done that.
discrimination.
That's
They should
discrimination.
never have
shouldn't
done that.
have
But they looking at it from a business point of view,
Yeah.
they want to make money.
They wanna make
They have
money.
not opened a club for them to have a bunch of fat people in there.
in the club.
They want to make money.
They need the girls with
So,
a
They
flat
know,
tummy,
like,
fat
let's be
ass.
honest. I always say something to people, yeah? Beauty is currency.
Mhm.
Your appearance is currency. People are not ready to hear this. But it is the truth. It is the honest truth. It's
Before
currency.
people hear anything out of your mouth,
They're
they
looking
look
at
at
you.
you.
They're looking at you from head to toe.
Toe.
Like, if you're,
They
you're not
judge
dressed...
the book
they-
by the cover.
literally.
You cannot say you don't judge a book by its cover.
Literally.
People try to say, "Oh, personality first." Man,
I'm not
shut
walking
up.
around with X-ray. I
I'm-
can't see your personality.
I can't see your personality.
So is your
Personality is not
appearance
what turns
first.
me on.
Okay.
Oh, so it doesn't feel nice when you hear it now, does it? Okay, there you go. Now you see, right?
I don't
Yeah.
speak like that. girl.
Oh.
All right, let's not go there.
Let's go there. Take me there. I wanna go there.
Let's not go there.
Take me
Let's
there.
not go
I wanna
there.
go there. But yeah, they judge the book by the cover.
Yeah, people will
They do.
literally, that's just the world we live in. People judge. There's this lady on TikTok that talks about, ladies taking care of themselves, Ashley Dalston or something. And a lot of women like to attack her. And I'm like, women,
Why?
we don't like hearing the truth. She's always telling people, take care of yourself. Like,
Look
be-
good, work out,
work
do your
out,
hair, do
look
your
after
makeup,
yourself.
dress
Don't walk
nice.
around looking like your
Your
problems. Don't. No one cares. I promise you, no one cares. Take care of yourself. That's what people care about.
And there is some things that can be like a medical condition. Like some people are just naturally big because of, I guess, some kind of medical condition or whatever like that. And those people who know that and who are like that, I'm sure they are actively working in their life to minimize that.
Yeah.
Do you get? But it's people who have a Amex black card at Wingstop that don't care about their... Okay.
Anyways, guys,
That's
thank you
it.
so much
Thank
for
you so
coming
much.
on our show because this guy's finna get us cancelled.
Yeah. Anyways, y'all don't even want to hear what I have to say about
She's
this
finna get us
topic.
cancelled before we even start.
It was so good to record this episode.
I know, it's good to be
good
back.
to be
We've
back.
been away for a while, but we're back now and better and stronger. We've moved studio space. I'm sure you guys can tell the difference. This is one of the reasons why we've had to like take a little break, a little break, a
It's
little
new
break.
year,
a
it's
little
new
break,
us,
a
and we
little
came
break.
bigger, better than ever.
Yeah, so
Hello.
go online on our Google Forms on our social media.
Leave
if
your
you've got dilemma,
scenarios.
leave a scenarios there for us. We will be reading one every week. If we missed yours, don't worry, we're gonna read it eventually.
Tag us
'cause-
in loads of reaction videos just like the ones you've seen today so we can give our opinions too and we can see if the people online react the same as us as well. We like to see what you guys find funny too.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this episode. I am Yewande.
And I am Abimbola.
And this is our
Voices.
Bye guys.